All right, Ledger Nano X. All right, so let's see what we got. Ledger Nano X, keep your crypto safe everywhere. So the packaging doesn't seem to have been disturbed. So we're going to come back to that in a little bit. So all of this is just one piece, doesn't look like it's been tampered with. As you may or may not know, there was actually a data breach earlier this year, I believe, with Ledger software, where people were receiving fake Ledger devices, and it was kind of obvious, is the thing. If you fell for this, you're probably dumb. The data breach itself, we'll cover that at the end as well. But some of the as far as people who got their crypto stolen, you had to kind of not know what you were doing in order to get your crypto stolen. The data breach itself didn't actually affect crypto assets. But one thing to look at when you actually get it is whether everything looks untampered with. And this looks pretty untampered with. So there you go. That's good. So, Bluetooth enabled. You can hold a crap ton of cryptos on this. You can do it on the go. And you can back up all your private keys on this. So, good stuff. Let's take a look at what's inside. Now, from, just straight up first impression appearances, just looking at the actual design of it, even before you buy it, you might think to yourself, well, hold on a second, am I just spending $119 on a really expensive USB stick? Well, in a way, yeah, in a way. But it's a bit more complicated than that, thankfully, right? $119 is not the best price for a simple USB stick. You can, the fact that you can, connect this directly to the Ledger app and trade cryptocurrencies directly from it is a pretty big plus there. So this all is just a sheath around the thing. Nice little engraved box that it comes in. It's got a sleek presentation. I like that. So there's what I'm talking about. And then it comes just looking like this. And here's the device itself, okay? Vires in numeris. What is that? Life in numbers? That's the inscription on this. Oh yeah, strength in numbers. Okay. I like that. I like that. Strength in numbers. It's what you got to tell yourself during the market dip that's going on right now. I think we got 42K right now, so that's not ideal. But actually, no, it is ideal. What the hell am I talking about? I'm always the one preaching about dips are discounts, right? So this is pretty cool. You flip it out, and it's got a little screen here. And it's got the USB part right here. So cool. One thing I will comment on just right off the bat is that there's nothing covering this. So there's the Trezor wallet to compare this to. There's something that actually seals over the access port to it, so that you can have further assurance that it's not been tampered with. The outside part should be enough, realistically, to give you confidence that your device hasn't been tampered with, but I just happened to notice that it's not on this. And the reason I point that out, I know Coinbase earlier today, December 10th, came out with their own thing on cold storage, specifically on the Trezor wallet. So that's just one difference to be made aware of. So this is separate. And then we have a USB connector that it comes with. And here's the getting started part. And that comes with recovery sheets for your keys. A bunch of recovery sheets for your keys. And then a use, care, and regulatory statement. And a getting started pamphlet. So that's cool. And I guess you got stickers. Do I need stickers? Sure, I guess I'll just put them on my computers. Why not? And that's what comes in the box. So a couple of recovery sheets, a couple of these. They say confidential in case you have no idea that these are all supposed to be kept secret. Obviously, I won't be showing you what I write down on my recovery sheets. Regulatory statement. You know, we might just come right back to this regulatory statement. I'm thinking about doing a video on the recent congressional hearing with all the crypto executives, but that's that. And let's do the rest of the setup. So first step is obviously just plugging it in, and it turns right on, and as we can see, it's got a nice screen. My first impression is that that's nice and easy to read. So good first step there. So this is what it looks like once Ledger Live is set up. And actually, I had recorded the whole setup process, but the sound on that video didn't come through, so I guess we're going to skip that. But suffice it to say, so you basically, it's a really easy to go through kind of process. You just do a few clicks through. First thing is to set up a PIN. It ends up being either a 4-digit or 8-digit PIN, all numbers. And then it has you take in your smart phrase, your 24, or your seed phrase, your 24-word seed phrase, which all shows up in the hardware wallet. And then it basically gives it to you one by one. You write that down. You keep 3 copies is what they give you. You obviously can write it down elsewhere. But key with the cold storage wallet is you don't create a digital copy. Otherwise, that kind of defeats the purpose of having cold storage wallet. And then in case any of you are anxious about the idea of writing it down and then getting a word wrong, which I was definitely concerned about while I was doing it, they have you re-input it to confirm, to make sure that you got the right words in the right order. And then obviously for any cold storage wallet, really important thing is that the seed phrase should only ever be entered into the wallet itself, like the actual device, the hardware wallet. Any app that asks you to input the device because you're making a new account or some fraudulent thing like that is a scam. So those 24 words only ever go into that hardware wallet. And then obviously you have to make sure you keep all that stuff safe and secure. And then once you click through all that, it actually does a check on the Ledger device that you're using to make sure that it's genuine, which once again makes sure that it's not a fraudulent device that somebody sent you in order to try and log your passphrase and get all of that and make you lose all your crypto funds, because that's pretty much the only real way that you would actually lose your crypto is if they got a hold of that seed phrase. This is what it looks like once it's all set up. So I basically set up my Bitcoin, Ethereum, Algorand, Polkadot, and Polygon wallets. And I've also used Solflare to secure my Solana bag, which we can actually, why not? Let's go through and talk to the Solflare. So we got the Solana wallet all through here, none of which is currently staked, but you can stake it through Solflare as well. And this is secured through the Ledger. It's still a hot wallet. It's a web wallet, but you need to sign any and all transactions using the cold storage wallet. So it's a web wallet with an added level of security that allows you to approach the security of a cold storage wallet. Solana doesn't have its own supported app in the Ledger Live application itself, so you have to do it through Solflare. You can also use Phantom, but it's all web wallets essentially. Right now, the only options for Solana on Ledger are all web wallets. Once they add support, obviously I'll add it to my cold storage. But for now, we also have Matic. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Matic, Algorand, Polkadot, and Polygon. And then I'll have to figure out Algorand staking through the cold storage wallet and see what else we can do to try and get yield off these coins while I have them in cold storage. But this is how it is. And as you can see, it's the name is self-explanatory. It's Ledger Live, so this number actually updates without you having to click refresh over and over and over again, which is nice. They have a swap function built into the app itself, which is also cool. You can actually buy and sell via Coinify directly in the wallet, which is also a convenient thing to have. I actually have my Ledger set up to another device right now, but you can install applications onto your Ledger device by hooking it up and just hitting install. And it takes like 2 seconds to actually install. You can receive, you can send, and you can kind of see all the different services that they offer directly in here. So nice clean interface. I like it so far. I'm a fan. This is all pretty satisfactory from what I've seen so far. All these transactions went by very smoothly, but you definitely... I sent in initially some test transactions for Bitcoin and Ethereum before sending the full amount. And my God, the Ethereum test transaction, it was like a $10 test transaction with an $8 network fee. So that was really something. So they got to get working on those gas fees. But pretty much this is what it is. I'm pretty happy with it. The software is nice. Everything seems to go off without a hitch. There's a lot of features in here. Hopefully they increase the number of coins to support coins like Solana. But so far, everything else is working okay. Otherwise, the Coinbase account has updated down to the actual... It took a while to actually update to the actual amount of money that's left in the Coinbase account. Obviously, the ETH2 is staked and not really retrievable at the moment until that lockup period is over with. And then the rest of this stuff doesn't actually get supported right now in Ledger Live, so you can't actually store it on the cold wallet. But as the rest of these, add support through Ledger, I'm going to end up throwing them into the cold wallet. So good stuff. Good stuff. I feel more secure now. This is a good bit of my crypto that is no longer, vulnerable to exchange hacks. Yeah, and I guess I could move the others to their own separate hot wallets, but it just seems like a hassle. Ultimately, I think I'll keep the rest of those on the exchange until I actually get ready to move them to cold storage. So there you go. Let's end this video with a brief discussion of the Ledger hack. Right. So in July of 2020, Ledger was actually hacked, and no crypto was stolen, but customer information was stolen. And the reason that's important is because ultimately these people that stole the information, they're targeting those cold storage customers by sending them fake hardware wallets. And some of these people actually ended up getting their crypto stolen, not because anything happened through the company Ledger, but rather they actually hooked up these rigged kind of fake Ledger wallets and actually essentially just gave them the 24-word seed phrase. And so that's kind of the way that you'd be targeted to have your cold storage crypto stolen. Otherwise, it's not possible. It's actually really resistant to being stolen. It's not like a hot wallet like Yoroi, where I keep my Cardano, where potentially that could be compromised because it is connected to the internet. Unlikely, very unlikely, admittedly, but still possible. Cold storage wallet, much less likely. And you can, stake and delegate your crypto through your cold storage wallet. There was that data breach. They've since increased their security. No security with a third party is ever, absolute, which is why I went ahead and got the cold storage wallet. But, when it comes right down to it, even if Ledger were to get hacked again, my crypto wouldn't be at risk. It'd just be my information, which frankly, Equifax has all that stuff anyway, right? That's just the price you pay for living in the modern world. Now, ultimately, in order to keep your crypto from being stolen, you just have to remember never to enter your 24-word seed phrase anywhere except on your actual hardware wallet, and to keep that safe from being stolen, because ultimately they can recover
your wallet information and balance and all that stuff if they were to get that seed phrase. So that 24-word seed phrase is your lifeblood once you have it. And ultimately, if you lose that, you're screwed. So you're taking your money into your own hands. It's much, much safer, but then the risk simply, you have to trust yourself. You have to be trustworthy. You have to be very careful, because that's really the main way that you'd be able to lose your crypto, is if you screw up. So that's the advantage of a cold storage wallet. You get to self-custody, and the security is purely in your hands. So there you go. So far, pretty happy with what the Ledger Nano X has to offer. Everything seems to work smoothly, exactly as advertised. 5 out of 5. Good stuff.